Today, let's talk about 7 foods that have absolutely no sugar and no carbohydrates. These won't spike your blood sugar levels. Here's the truth. Most foods we eat every day are loaded with carbs, and these carbs, especially the processed kind, are at the root of many health problems. The average person gets more than 60% of their daily calories just from carbohydrates, which isn't good for us. That's why it's so important to understand carbs, which foods have them and which don't. Let me break down carbohydrates in the simplest way possible, because this is where people get confused. There are 3 types of carbs. First, there's sugar. Second is fiber, and here's the good news about fiber. It doesn't raise insulin levels or blood sugar. So fiber isn't the problem. It's actually safe and doesn't cause disease. The real troublemakers are sugar and something called starch. Now, starch is what confuses many people. Sometimes starch can be even worse than sugar because most people consume refined starch. When it's factory processed, all kinds of things get added to it. They might bleach it to make it white, and they add preservatives to make it last longer on the shelf. This is done because when it's exposed to air, it spoils quickly. Grains come with 3 big problems. One is gluten, which is the protein part, and our bodies can't properly digest gluten. It's one of the few proteins our body simply can't break down completely. Then there's the starch itself, and third is the sugar. Now let's talk about your brain. You've probably heard over and over that your brain needs sugar because it only runs on glucose. But if that were true, we'd all be dead by now. How would you explain people who eat only meat, the carnivore diet, and they're doing just fine? They don't have more health problems. In fact, many people are reversing chronic diseases on a carnivore diet. Yes, your brain can run on glucose, but it doesn't depend only on glucose. It can also run on ketones, which come from fat. The truth is, there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, meaning there's no carb you absolutely need to survive. We can live perfectly well without carbohydrates because our bodies can run on different fuels. Sometimes it uses ketones and fat, sometimes glucose. The most important thing to understand: whatever glucose you need, your body makes it on its own. Even if you're not eating carbs, it creates glucose from non-carb sources. This is called gluconeogenesis. Now that that's clear, let's get to those 7 foods with 0 sugar and 0 carbs. Number 1, pure animal fats. This includes butter, ghee, which is just clarified butter, fish oil, olive oil, and coconut oil. All these fats have 0 carbohydrates, which means they don't cause sudden insulin spikes. And remember, it's excessive insulin that's at the root of most chronic diseases. Number 2, all types of meat: beef, lamb, chicken, and fish. All these proteins have virtually 0 sugar and 0 carbs. The meat and natural fat you eat is actually beneficial and helps reverse major diseases. Number 3, organ meats. The most common is liver. Organ meats and red meat are actually the most nutrient-dense foods, meaning you get more nutrition from less quantity. And they also have practically 0 sugar and 0 carbs. Number 4, eggs. They have so few carbs we can call them 0 carb. Eating eggs will never cause blood sugar problems. The egg white has absolutely no sugar. But the real nutrition is in the yolk. That's where you find active vitamin A, choline, B vitamins, trace minerals, and important nutrients for your eyes. Eggs are truly a super healthy food that can help reverse chronic diseases. Number 5, seafood. Especially shellfish, prawns, shrimp, crab. They have so few carbs you can ignore them. But their benefits are enormous.